Morning, K4. Let's read Jack and the Beanstalk. This is retold by Anna Melbourne, and it's illustrated by Lorena Alvarez. Jack and his mother were so poor. They didn't even have enough to eat. One morning, they had nothing left at all. "You'll have to take the cow to the market and sell her," Jack's mother said sadly. She looks pretty sad, doesn't she? On the way, Jack met a strange little man. "I'll give you these for your cow," said the little man, holding up 5 wrinkly dried beans. "I need money, not beans," said Jack. "Ah, but these are magic beans," said the little man. "If you plant them, they'll grow into a beanstalk so tall it touches the sky." "Amazing," said Jack, and he gave the cow to the little man, and he took the beans and he ran home. When he got home, he was in trouble, big trouble. "Jack, we need money, not beans," cried his mother, and she threw the beans out the window. Poor Jack went to bed hungrier and gloomier, sadder than ever. In the morning, even his room seemed gloomy. His room seemed gloomy. Just a minute. Outside the window was a giant beanstalk, so tall it touched the sky. The little man was right, thought Jack. He scrambled onto the giant beanstalk and climbed up, 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 and there at the top he found a giant castle with a giantess in front of it. He gulped. His tummy rumbled. "Excuse me," he called out. "Please, could you spare some breakfast?" The giantess picked him up. "My husband munches and crunches little people like you," she said. "I'll give you breakfast, but you'd better be gone before my husband gets home." She whisked Jack inside and sat him down next to an enormous, crusty loaf. Breakfast had never tasted so good. And then stomp, stomp, stomp. "Quick, hide in here!" The giantess stuffed Jack into a pot just as the giant came into the kitchen. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Where is he?" demanded the giant, and he started to search the table. Excuse me. "You're imagining things," said his wife. "Eat up your breakfast while I bring your hen." She returned with the hen and put it on the table. "Lay," commanded the giant. Clink! The bird laid a gleaming golden egg. With a grunt, the giant closed his eyes and began to snore. The giantess lifted Jack out of the pot. "Run for your life," she whispered, but Jack had his eyes on the hen. Excuse me. He grabbed the hen and fled out the door. The bird let out a big squawk, which woke up the giant, who saw Jack and let out a ferocious roar. Jack dived out the door and down the beanstalk with the giant hot on his heels. Jack scrambled down the beanstalk as fast as his legs would carry him. "What's going on?" screeched his mother from below. "Is that a giant?" "Just bring the axe," Jack cried. Jack and his mother chopped and chopped at the beanstalk. It creaked and wobbled, and it toppled over on its side. The giant was flung far over the hills. They never saw him again. So Jack and his mother, they lived happily ever after. Each morning, the hen laid a golden egg, so they grew rich, and Jack never climbed up another beanstalk. That's called a fairy tale. That was written a long, long time ago. Pete the Cat's another one of our favorites, isn't it? But this is one I don't think we've ever read at school. This is called Pete the Cat Plays Ball by James Dean. Here comes Pete the Cat. Pete has a mitt. He has a bat and a ball. What will Pete do today? He's going to play baseball. You are correct. Pete will play baseball. Today is the big team. The Rocks, that's Pete's team, is going to play the Rolls, the other team. Pete and his team get set. They practice. They play catch. They take turns batting the ball, hitting the ball. It's time to play ball. This is called a baseball field. And you start at home and you hit the ball and you run to first base. And then you run to second base, and then you run to third base, and you run home, and if you get all the way around, you score a point. The Rocks bat first. Pete waits for his turn. You have to take turns when we play sometimes, don't we? Crack! The batter hits the ball. He runs to first base. Way to go, cheers Pete. Batter up. Pete goes up to bat. He's got his bat. This is called a base. The pitcher throws the ball. Pete swings the bat. He misses the ball. Strike one. The pitcher pitches again. Pete swings too high. Strike two. The pitcher winds up. He throws. Pete strikes out. You get 3 tries. But Pete's not sad. He did his best. Pete's friend Ben is up. Ben hits a home run. That means the ball went far away. And he runs all the way around the base. Way to go, cheered Pete. The Rolls go up to bat. The Rocks go out in the field. So now the other team gets a turn at batting, and the rest of Pete's team has to try and catch the ball. Crack! Here comes a fly ball. I've got it, calls Pete. The ball hit his mitt, but after you hit it, you got to close up your mitt, and he forgets to do that, and the ball drops out. But Pete's not sad. He did his best. Another hit. This time Pete catches it, but he throws it too far. They can't catch it. Now his team's up to bat again. Pete's going to bat. He wants to hit the ball. The first pitch is too low. Pete does not swing. The next pitch is way too high. Pete doesn't swing. The third pitch is inside. It's too close to him. And the fourth pitch is too far away. So Pete gets 4 balls. He doesn't get strikes. He didn't swing at them, so he gets to walk to first base. Pete wanted to get a hit, but a walk to first base is cool too. The next batter gets a hit. Pete runs as fast as he can. He wants to score, but he's out. They touch him with the ball. But Pete's not sad. He did his best. Way to go! Cool, says Pete. The score is 6-3. His team won. Way to go! Good game, says the rocks. Good game, says the rolls. Pete did his best. He had fun. What a great game. Sometimes we don't win. Sometimes we lose when we play games, but we still have to be happy about it, don't we? I hope you get to play lots of games this summer. Have a good day. See you later, alligators.